Welcome everyone to the PWA Arena in Lancaster, Ohio. My name is Aaron Hurt. Tonight's event begins with singles action set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first at weight of 175 pounds from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Wild Irish Riley Rose.
Hello again, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of the Premier Wrestling Alliance here on YouTube. I am 2K Carrington Carlucci. I will be joined by the man who is my captain to his Tennille, Aaron Herter, in just a moment. We've got a great show for you, kicking off with Riley Rose versus Krypton. Should be an exciting matchup showcasing two of the young lions here in the Premier Wrestling Alliance. Riley's endearing himself a bit here to the audience. Giving out some high fives, trying to get a little bit of love. Sometimes the PWA arena can be very, very harsh to a newcomer.
His opponent, at a weight of 61 kilos, from Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, please welcome the man known only as Krypton!
You automatically hear the response as almost as if it were Pavlovian. That's how well-respected this young man Krypton is. Getting a very nice ovation. And I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Should be a great one. Krypton, a high flyer, fast-paced style of competitor. Riley Rose still trying to find his niche, so to speak, here in the PWA.
If I may pick up on that line of thinking, I think this will go a long way into establishing Riley Rose to these fans. Had a chance, the Zanesville audience got to see him against Tony James. He was in action in our Battle Royal to declare contender for the United States Championship. So he's been in action a couple of times in the latter half of 2018, but this is going to be, I would say, a defining moment in the early stages of his PWA career.
I'm looking forward to this one very, very much as we see both men very cautiously tying up here in the early going, Aaron Hurt.
Well, Krypton might be in the running for Rookie of the Year. I mean, I would say at this point he could be running away with that accolade. And he quickly uses his superior athleticism to get the upper hand on Riley Rose, but went for that waist lock, transitions into a side headlock.
Notice Rose tried to pick the ankle to get out of it, but is not having very much luck trying to get out of any predicament thus far.
No, Rose will have the strength advantage, and this young man, his physical attributes are quite pronounced. He is an active National Guard member, a bit of an amateur chef as well, so not that has any bearing on his wrestling ability.
But I'm going to steal one of your line. You can definitely tell by looking at this kid's makeup that he's definitely a gym rat.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he is a finely conditioned athlete and is going to need every bit of that to beat Krypton here. You see it with the head scissors. Much to the light of our young fans here. Pretty much a packed house. Standing room only here at the PWA Arena. Oh, leapfrog. Oh, but Rose able to block the hip toss. Tried to reverse it. Krypton lands on his feet. Whip across. There's a leapfrog. Oh, head scissors. Krypton able to roll out of it. Both men went for the drop kick. What do you think about this, Carrington?
I think we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned standoff and a lot of respect being shown by both competitors and the audience here at the PWA Arena.
Oh, spoke too soon perhaps. A little bit of a shortcut. I think we're seeing another side to Riley. A little bit of frustration perhaps emerging.
I think this kid just wants to win and make a name for himself, and who better to do it against than this young man, Krypton.
Stomping the proverbial mud hole. Yeah, let's not begrudge the man for being aggressive and trying to get a victory.
It's in the end, it's the man with the W who gets the larger pay.
Oh, look at that! Sat out into the Michinoku driver.
And notice he maintained the pinning combination right after the Michinoku driver, leaving no room for error there in the early going or space to breathe.
No, that could have very easily been the end of this match. And you see him go back, ground Krypton, keep him off of his feet, keeping him out of the air where he can do the most damage.
I think that's a wise strategy.
Crowd trying to rally here, encourage Krypton. Gets back to a vertical base.
Back kick by Krypton, now moving, trying to quicken the pace, but Riley follows him in with the knee and maintains the control, at least for the moment.
Reversal in the Irish whip, short kick to the knee. Well done by Krypton. Looking for the tilt-a-whirl, got caught in a backbreaker. Oh, look at him hold on to it, stretching him out.
And he's just grinding him across that leg. That'll really damage some vertebrae right there, Aaron Hurd.
Yeah, this man has got to be making some believers in the locker room, if not in the crowd, with this performance thus far. Well, quite a bit remains to be seen whether it will lead to a victory or not. But he has not taken a back step from Krypton, not intimidated at all by the unique skill set that this young superstar has done to energize PWA since we saw him emerge back at Red, White, and Blues.
Krypton shot a few knees in there to cause some separation. Yeah.
Not to talk over you there, but missed the leaping pump kick. Got caught. German suplex with the bridge.
I thought he was going to have a 3 count right there.
Very easily could have. You can see the effect it had on Krypton, favoring that neck and that back.
And it goes back to the backbreaker he was working on there a moment ago.
Well, somebody like Krypton without a significant amount of mass in the upper body, it makes the impact of those moves even more devastating, but he's able to recover in time to connect with that missile drop kick.
Speaking of impact, where's your teeth at, Riley?
He could be spitting a few out in the front row, that's for sure. Wild haymaker misses. Cross body.
Flying back elbow, and it looks like Krypton taken to the aerial offense.
The first time we've really seen him string a series of moves together, that combination of kicks and the knee strike. Standing drop kick.
Krypton's rolling here. He might be looking to finish off Riley Rose.
The time is now. Rose is dazed. Connects with that cross body. All 61 kilos. Use the ropes for extra leverage on that kick. What a comeback we're witnessing here. Oh, Meteora, double knee press, hooks the legs, gets the 3 count.
Incredible match. What a way to kick off this edition of PWA.
Apparently the referee called that a 2. We spoke way too soon.
Yeah, I was a little surprised about that. I thought that was 3 for certain.
It appeared that the referee counted 3, but he's letting the match continue. Not that there's anything wrong with that. The action that we've been seeing is quite spectacular. Oh, rolls through, looking for the 619, got caught. Right hand to the jaw. Well, this certainly took a turn in the favor of Riley Rose for sure.
There you go.
Thought he was beaten.
This is all about second chances.
Sunset flip, hold on to the rope.
Wow. And
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Krypton!
You might want to give Krypton 2 wins for that one. Nonetheless, a great way to start things off here, and a very disappointed, very distraught Riley Rose. We'll see how he recovers from this in the future, but for now, Krypton chalks up another big victory in his fantastic year of 2018. Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or
check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon. Big way to start things off, fans, with a victory by Krypton over a very aggressive Riley Rose. We'll have to see if he comes back with that same aggression in his next match. But we're going to go to another contest featuring two new young stars here in the PWA. Kevin Pruitt looking to make it 2 in a row against Chase Ryan. Many people said he pulled the upset last time. Let's see if he can do it again.
This next match is singles action, set for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing competitor number 1 at a weight of 221 pounds from Zanesville, Ohio, a former co-holder of the PWA Tag Team Championships, Chase Ryan!
Well, here comes Chase Ryan, a young man who has been the subject of much controversy over the last several weeks and months here in the Premier Wrestling Alliance. And he has got a return bout with Kevin Pruitt. Of course, Kevin Pruitt pulled off what some people here in the PWA and some of our audience are looking at as a little bit of an upset. Speaking of being upset, Chase Ryan was pretty upset about losing to what he felt was a rookie and not somebody who was ready for the ring wars. I'll let you form your own opinion on that, but here we go. Pruitt Ryan number 2. This should be a good one. As we get ready for the introduction of one Kevin Pruitt.
His opponent, at a weight of 218 pounds, from Lancaster, Ohio, the real deal, Kevin Pruitt.
And here comes Kevin Pruitt, a young man who is not looking to rest on his father's laurels. He wants to make a name for himself, and certainly by knocking off Chase Ryan for a second consecutive time would go a long way in doing that, Aaron Hurd.
Well, Chase Ryan definitely wants to make sure the PWA audience knows Kevin Pruitt's debut victory was a fluke and nothing more. And you know that Kevin Pruitt is still trying to battle the label of potential, which can be very devastating for somebody in any line of work to be already thought of as a can't miss before you've really broken in can put a serious impact on somebody's mental preparation.
Do you think that thus far that this kind of pressure has affected Kevin Pruitt?
The tale will be told in this match here. If he comes at this like he did their first encounter, then I think that he'll be just fine. But if he shows any overconfidence, any sort of complacency, thinking that he knows how to beat Chase Ryan, he could be in for a rude awakening, just like that running knee strike to start things off.
This could be over before it began.
Yeah, that almost ended the young Pruitt's night rather swiftly.
Now you might be looking for some dentistry work after this matchup. Pruitt's still down.
Yeah, a little bit of showboating there from Chase Ryan. And only a 2 count off of the elbow. This man, his demeanor is quite frankly, the polar opposite of the man I came to know in 2018, the man that was so successful as the partner of Jimmy Fahrenheit in Team Straight Fire. A challenge of sorts from Nick Stevens a while back may have something to do with this change of attitude. We'll have to get confirmation, but right now, Pruitt lands a kick to the sternum, but not enough.
The momentum short-lived.
Yeah.
Beautiful spinning heel kick out of nowhere from Kevin Pruitt.
Chase Ryan rolls to the outside.
That's why it is the unofficial timeout of professional wrestling. And that's a good move on the part of Ryan, breaking the momentum of one Kevin Pruitt.
It appears to be taking a significant portion of the referee's 10 count to reformulate his strategy. Does not want to drop 2 straight matches to a man who's fresh out of the training program here at the PWA. Not that you would know it by maneuvers like that.
Yeah, saw Ryan attempting to cut him off at the pass on the attempted suicide dive. At least that's what we thought initially. Instead, levels his man with a short drop kick.
Brings him back in, gets the cover, neglected to hook the leg. Oh, thumb to the eye. The kind of thing that we see quite often from Chase Ryan these days, as I was alluding to earlier.
Yeah, that's not a shortcut that we're accustomed to from Chase Ryan, but now it's almost commonplace.
But with the competition being such as it is in the PWA, with the likes of Krypton, Riley Rose, Kevin Pruitt, so many other, Jeffrey John, Bjorn, that have come along and made their name, it takes everything in your arsenal to maintain that momentum, that position at the top of the rankings. It's all about wins and losses.
Looks like he's almost got a modified Anaconda Vice here on Pruitt on the mat.
Yeah, from this angle, that's what it appears to be. Got the arm trapped, but Pruitt able to roll it over into a pinning combination.
And that's the name of the game, staying off your shoulders, avoiding that 3 count. Right now, I think Chase Ryan is just taking Kevin Pruitt a little bit to the learning tree, if you will.
Oh my! Right to the temple with that kick.
That could be a knockout kick. Ryan should go for a cover right here. Maybe a bit better one than that.
Yes, somewhat nonchalant.
That's just arrogance plotting the insult.
Well, you're not going to beat a Pruitt like that. I mean, he certainly inherited his father's stubborn pride.
Chase Ryan is just dominating Kevin Pruitt here in the corner. Pruitt's got to find a way to create some separation.
You got 5 seconds. Get out. Come on. There you go.
Oh, big face wash. And an arrogant smirk on the face of Chase Ryan.
It seems like Ryan has this match pretty well in hand.
More histrionics. Not trying to put the man away, though.
I don't understand that whatsoever.
Well, you know he wants as much payback as he can dish out for what he took in the last match. Oh! Rolling DVD. Got him hooked up. Could be a sharpshooter here.
Will we see Chase Ryan tap if he can get his man over?
Got him rolled over. Nowhere for Chase Ryan to go.
And what would this do for the psyche of Chase Ryan if he was tap out to the rookie right here?
As precarious as it has obviously been over the past few months, it might be the point of no return.
Ryan, though, no quitter, going to gut his way to that bottom rope if he can get there.
Struggling, trying to use his reach advantage.
Ryan in a lot of trouble here, Aaron Hurt.
Yeah, no man's land for sure. Kevin Pruitt's got that hold cinched in. Oh, Ryan
trying to turn it around.
Able to roll through, almost picked the leg at least. Now he managed to break the hold. It looked like he had to resort to another shortcut, but the end justified the means in his mind, I'm certain.
What at least kept him from losing 2 consecutive matches to Kevin Pruitt, at least for the moment. Boot downstairs, Irish whip from one side to the other. Beautiful back elbow.
Credit to both men for their resilience in this match. I mean, this has been back and forth. Kip up, and a cover, some aesthetic athletics there from Mr. Ryan. Not getting him any closer to the pay window, though.
Absolutely not. This one could go either way right here, Aaron Hurd.
At this point.
What was that? What was that?
Oh, he calls that the deep rest driver. And
still wasn't able to put Kevin Pruitt away. I don't believe it.
I think Kevin Pruitt's going to need something a little bit stronger than Will Busen after that one, though. No matter how depressed one feels after that maneuver.
I don't know about depressed, but I know about compressed, and that whole spinal column was just jarred from Kevin Pruitt right there off of that move. I think Chase
taking too much time going up to the top here.
I was about to make that very point.
He's trying to fight Pruitt off. Get positioned on that middle rope. Oh, the big press slam. All the way into the center of the ring.
And that's no small man. He just press slammed out to the center of the ring.
No, very impressive show of strength.
Both guys are hurt. They're tired. They're just battle weary.
Absolutely. Oh, swinging neck breaker.
Nicely executed. Pruitt, though, he might not have the energy to make a cover here, or maybe he's thinking something bigger to make sure that he puts Chase Ryan away.
You can see how much energy he's exerted. The laborious climb to the top rope.
Short ride with a bad landing for Kevin Pruitt.
Oh, could be thrill of the chase. Oh my, plants him.
This is going to be over right here. And the 3 count, a huge win for Chase Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Chase Ryan.
Round 2 of Ryan Pruitt goes to Chase Ryan. What a matchup.
We won't comment any more than necessary on him dumping his opponent to the outside so he can bask in the cheers of the crowd. Quite a different reaction than what the fans were used to giving him.
Yeah, he seems to be truly enjoying himself out there.
We've got something special for the fans coming up here very soon. You guys are going to want to see this.
PWA fans, Aaron Hurd here with you. If you like what you are seeing on YouTube, then don't miss the opportunity to see the action live and in person. The first Saturday of every month at the PWA Arena, 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster. Premier Wrestling Alliance is in action, plus select dates in towns near you. Check out PWAOhio.com for tickets for not just the arena events, but all events. Arena events start at $5. And that's PWAOhio.com for all of your ticket information.
Fans, I don't know if there's much I will be able to say to prepare you for what is about to come next on the program, but nonetheless, it's something you're going to want to see. Franchise player Chris Pruitt, the guest on the Dish, the program brought to you courtesy of Nick Stevens and our self-proclaimed tag team champions, Vicious and Delicious. So let's see what happens when Chris Pruitt meets up with Vicious and Delicious on the Dish.
Welcome back to PWA, and this is the Dish with the, well, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, self-proclaimed PWA Tag Team Champions. Let's see what the champ's got to say.
We're back!
Welcome to the second and best ever episode of The Dish with Vicious and Delicious. I saw some reviews, I saw some ratings for the first episode. And boy, we've got a smash hit on our hands.
I'm sure Lancaster's wondering what they did to deserve
The
this.
Dish is the hottest thing in professional wrestling. So General Manager Nick Stevens thought it fit to renew the show indefinitely.
He's drunk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are more than excited to bring you each and every week another segment of The Dish with Vish and Delicious. Now don't get me wrong, we hear all of you. LA Cordova and Gorgeous Morgan Taylor, Vicious and Delicious, your PWA Tag Team Champions. We hear your voices, and we hear, we want more. We want more. We're here to give you more, ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently they need a translator.
And ladies and gentlemen, with your help, with each and every one of your help, The Dish with Vicious and Delicious can go straight to the top.
This sounds like a bad 3 a.m. infomercial.
Yeah, I've had just about enough of the antics of
Now.
flipping track here.
We had an amazing segment last show. I say the best is yet to come. And we are ecstatic to bring out our guest for this week. He's done it all. All of it. He was the first ever PWA World Heavyweight Champion. He's been a PWA Tag Team Champion. And we are more than happy to introduce our guest this week, Sir Chris Pruitt.
I take that back. This is going to get very interesting real quick, I have a feeling.
Well, finally, a little bit of class to this nonsense.
Well, he has even more disdain for these two chunks than you and I do. That says quite a bit. Yeah, let's just lay out and let this happen. I think this is going to be fun.
Don't go home.
Chris Pruitt. Where can I start? We are so happy to have you on The Dish. With Vicious and Delicious. Now I was rattling my brain trying to think, what can I ask a man with your accolades? I mean, I gotta start with day one. You were the first ever PWA World Heavyweight Champion. I gotta ask you, how did that feel? How did that feel to get such an accomplishment done on day one? No, your microphone's right there. You can use this is our microphone, you can use that one right there.
Good job. He's got it. He's figured it out.
Hey, Chris Pruitt, send him to the back.
Some decorum for our guests, please.
You know, being the first ever PWA Heavyweight Champion, that was a remarkable accomplishment, but it wasn't nearly as good as being the first guest on The Dish.
That's right. Now, see, I wanted to ask you a few questions about being the first ever PWA Heavyweight Champion. Excuse me, I'm trying to have a show here.
Listen, this is all about ratings, because no matter what, Nick Stevens doesn't like you enough to allow this kind of crap to continue, so you better perk it up here.
Well, the thing I wanted to ask you is, you're a former. You were a PWA Heavyweight Champion.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the people.
You know what?
Listen, when I'm speaking, you all will shut your mouths. I understand you're all feeling hot and wild since you got your welfare checks, but I expect you to shut up and show The Dish some respect.
You're losing control. You need to get this thing back on the tracks here.
Listen, I got this. My point is, you were a former PWA heavyweight champion, and that's a huge accomplishment. And from there, you went on to become a PWA tag team champion. Well, former PWA tag team champion. LA, remind me, who won those belts away from Mr. Cool here?
I believe we won them from this guy named Tony James, and
it was Chris Pruitt. It was Chris Pruitt. That's right. It was you. You were there. That's right. So, oh, he was there. They were all
Most
there.
embarrassing night of my life. I lost the tag team titles to two dudes in dresses.
We don't talk about that. Now, the point I want to make here, Mr. Franchise Player, if I may, is that you're here, you have no title, frankly, your career is in a nosedive. And meanwhile, your former partner, Tony James, he's got a match for the heavyweight title tonight.
I mean, I always thought Tony James was the weak link between the two of you.
And yet here we are. What do you have to say for yourself, huh?
Hey, you know what? You're right. I was the PWA heavyweight champion. I am no longer. And I was the PWA tag team champion, and I am no longer. And you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe my career isn't a nosedive. Maybe I just don't have it anymore.
I think all these people would agree with that.
But if these people will bear with me, I'd like to find out tonight if I got anything left. And I'd like to make a challenge.
Who's the challenger? What's the challenge?
I want to challenge you two goofs to a match tonight.
Who do you think you are? You don't walk away from the dish. You don't walk off the biggest set in the professional wrestling world.
I think these two young men might have got a little bit more than they bargained for.
You want to walk away from the tag team champs? That's fine. But you better find yourself a partner, and you better come ready. Because Vicious and Delicious is going straight to the top.
I don't know about straight to the top, but I wish they would get in their ring gear and go straight out to the ring, because I'm looking forward to see who Chris Pruitt picks as his partner for this match.
Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon. PWA fans, Aaron Hurt here with you. If you like what you are seeing on YouTube, then don't miss the opportunity to see the action live and in person. The first Saturday of every month at the PWA Arena, 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster. Premier Wrestling Alliance is in action, plus select dates in towns near you. Check out PWAOhio.com for tickets for not just the arena events, but all events. Arena events start at $5. And that's PWAOhio.com for all of your ticket information. Well, guess what? It's now time for tonight's main event. This match is a one-fall contest with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Premier Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship. Officiating this contest, PWA Senior Referee Johnny Long.
We've got breaking news here in just a moment after this introduction, ladies and gentlemen.
Introducing first the challenger. The challenger is a former PWA United States champion and former co-holder of the Tag Team Championships. At a weight of 215 pounds, from Devils River, Texas, he is the Outlaw, Tony James.
As the challenger for this matchup, the Outlaw Tony James makes his way to the ring. We just received from the office of General Manager Nick Stevens. Yes, the match we were just hoping to see is going to be our main event for next week's edition. It will be Vicious and Delicious in a matchup versus Chris Pruitt and a partner of his choosing. What an outstanding tag team matchup, and I'm excited to see who Chris Pruitt is going to pick to be his partner to have his back in this matchup against the tag champs. But as for tonight's main event, it is for all of our marbles, the biggest prize here in the Premier Wrestling Alliance, and there is the man who wants to be the heavyweight champion, the Outlaw Tony James, but he's got an uphill battle in the man that is going to step in the ring here in just a moment.
His opponent
Sounds like the
is the only Triple Crown champion in the history of the Premier Wrestling Alliance. At a weight of 301 pounds, from the hills of West Virginia, he is the reigning, defending Premier Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion. Please welcome Randy, the Rowdy Hillbilly!
Well, here comes the champ. He has already been introduced, and we have to question, how is the ankle? Of course, he injured it in a recent title defense, forced to defend it here tonight by General Manager Nick Stevens. He was scheduled to be out for a number of weeks. Nick Stevens says, well, you've got a title defense in 2 against Tony James. And we have to wonder just exactly how injured or how healed is Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, the reigning PWA heavyweight champion.
This is going to be a battle of epic proportions here at Carrington Carlucci. Randy on a run like no other in 2018 after thwarting the Razorback, managing to defeat 5-star Gary Gandy, defended the title multiple times, but might be an underdog in some fans' minds coming into this. I heard you going over the situation with Randy's injury as I was making my way back here to the commentary position, and I feel that could be the key to this match, or at least as far as Tony James' strategy goes. His ornery is an understatement, man. He is in the most sour mood I think he's been in. He's got himself so worked up for this match.
One thing I can say about Randy is whether he's 1% or 100, he's going to be out here and give you everything that he has to defend the heavyweight title here tonight against Tony James.
Well, he doesn't appear to be favoring the ankle, at least at the outset here. You got to imagine it's heavily wrapped in tape underneath those big work boots. But Tony James giving him no time.
Is he biting him?
Oh, yeah.
Looked like he was trying to take a bite, pull a Mike Tyson on Randy there. No way.
Trying to scoop the big 300-pounder up, but can't get it done. Randy collapses on top of him, and it almost proved to be his undoing, yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, almost had a successful title defense, and the match is not even 30 seconds old.
A big headbutt stuns James. I think James might have riled up a hornet's nest. Not to rely on cliches to describe this, but the only man, perhaps, that can fight fire with fire, as far as Tony James goes, is Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly.
And he must be wrestling on pure adrenaline here at this point, because did you notice the acceleration that he had sprinting across the ring? Almost no ill effect on that ankle thus far.
Well, this man takes pride in being the PWA champion like nothing else in his life. And the admiration that the fans give him and the respect that the fans give him, whether he has that title or not, but especially since he's become champion, has been so personal for him. It's so integral to his drive.
Big boot to the mouth, follows it up with a cover, only gets two.
And Tony James, I have a feeling, would like nothing more than to make the fans eat a little bit of crow.
Who do you think that the match favors here with a quick pace or a slow pace, Tony James or the champ?
I think that Randy runs the risk of re-injuring that ankle if he's not more deliberate, more careful. But I also think that Tony James is going to be able to withstand a quick pace.
He certainly looks to be in pretty good physical shape, although in not very good shape with that rear chin lock at this point.
I think Tony James is just fighting this one on pure meanness. Like you said, Randy's got the adrenaline. Tony James reaches out, hooks that bottom rope with the toe of his boot.
And that's a veteran move right there, Aaron Hurt. Knowing where he was in the ring, did not extend any real energy to get the hold broken.
Yeah, and that rear chin lock wasn't going to end the match, but it was certainly putting James in quite a bit of discomfort. Randy goes back to the headbutt. Nothing fancy about his offense, but perhaps a bit too predictable in that case, as Tony James had that charge well scouted and goes right to work on the injured leg.
And we knew it was only going to be a matter of time. Having an injury and having it exploited, especially in a big-time fight like this is, you knew Tony James was going to go for it, but I'm a little surprised he goes back to the sleeper here. This mode, I don't know how effective this particular offensive weapon is going to be, being that James is actually shorter than Randy.
That's what I was going to say. You can see him trying to pull Randy back to get that leverage and to get that pressure on the carotid to make this hold more effective. Randy, being almost 6'4", gives him a significant advantage out of that position. As you can see, a pair of short elbows and a quick cutter.
Randy's going to have to drag him back towards the center if he wants to get a pin cover here.
Almost desperation in that hold, though, or that maneuver. And again, James able to take advantage of proximity to the ring rope.
And notice he's not having to kick out or expend any energy to relieve himself of the pinning combination.
Yeah, we see Randy starting to labor a bit as he gets back to his feet. Don't know if this is wind or the damage done to those shots to the ankle from Tony James earlier or what. But I have a feeling this match will not even get 1/4 of the way to our 60-minute time limit.
The fans counting along to the knuckle sandwiches in the corner, and Tony James reeling and just collapses in a heap towards center of the ring. Randy rolls him inward, goes for the cover, hooks the far leg and gets a 2 count, says referee John Long.
No, I think that was pure instinct on the part of Tony James to kick out of that one. And were Tony James able to capture the championship here, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but that would put him in the same category as Randy as being a Triple Crown champion.
Well, he's not going to be able to do that if he keeps sustaining offense.
No, he avoided the charges
like
the first time, but not those second 2 times. Big airplane spin. Round and round they go. Where they stop, only Randy knows.
Looks like both men a little disoriented here, Aaron. Another big boot, nothing fancy from the champ. It seems like he's having a good time out there, at least for the moment.
No, he also seems to be eager to put Tony James away. Trying to get this one over as quickly as possible would be the smartest strategy for him. So he doesn't re-aggravate that ankle injury, so he doesn't give an opening to Tony James.
Absolutely.
Who is capable of exploiting it all the way to a championship victory.
Ducks a clothesline. Hard clothesline knockdown by the Outlaw.
Rare to see Randy knocked off his feet with one blow like that. Tells you how much impact and force was behind that from Tony James.
Oh my God, we almost had a 3 count right there.
Had the leg hook. Had the shoulders pinned.
You could hear Tony James complaining to the official. It was a nice fluid count, but he was very, very close to becoming champion right there.
And the PWA Arena went very silent there momentarily, as it appeared that we had a changing of the guard.
Randy's hurt and hurt badly.
Yeah, referee checking on him. Not started a count yet, but that might be his next step.
Again, completely up to referee's discretion.
Randy back to his knees, though. There's still so much fight left in this young man. Based on what he's endured this year, it's going to take, Tony James is going to need some form of artillery, I would imagine.
Well, he muscled the big man up with a big body slam, comes off,
Ichiban leg drop.
A kick out with a little bit more authority that time, and I think he's woken up this big hillbilly.
Yeah, Randy's got that look in his eye. And even Tony James takes a back step. Something perhaps for the first time in that man's career he's thought twice before jumping into a fight. Use the referee as a screen there. Chops away at the trapezius, knees to the midsection.
Trying to cut the big man down.
Already puts the brakes on, and a big boot.
Looks like that one caught him on the shoulder.
And that's not your typical wrestling boot, that's a steel-toed work boot. Oh, big splash! That's typically Randy's coup de grace. Looks like, no!
I don't believe it. He has finished so many athletes here in the PWA.
We went through the list. The likes of Bjorn Gary Gandy, Razorback, who hasn't been seen
since being hit with that move.
Since Randy, for all intents and purposes, ended his PWA career, as you said, in just such a fashion.
Back to the sleeper hold after the miss in the corner.
Tony James looked like he had it locked in, though.
Looked like Tony James intentionally pushed.
What I was going to say, was that inadvertent or what?
Looks like he intentionally pushed him in.
Well, he's got the cowbell now.
Come on, referee. Come on, John. You got to see this.
Oh!
Right between the eyes.
He's
nailed
it to take the big man down.
I don't believe it. You mentioned artillery. Maybe Tony James thought so too. A second shot caught him behind the ear. Finally dropped him to his knees.
And now back to the sleeper. And with Randy on his knees, he can get all of the leverage to make this hold not just effective, but possibly completely debilitating.
That's 2. If it drops a third time, we're going to have a new heavyweight champion, Aaron Hurd. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, my God. We've got a new champion.
Referee calls for the bell. Randy's arm dropped 3 times out of the sleeper hold.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the new PWA Heavyweight Champion, Outlaw Tony James.
My God, we've got a new heavyweight champion. The king is dead. Long live the king.
I was so stunned I could barely get the words out for the official announcement. Randy out, flat on his back in the center of the ring. Tony James holds the belt aloft, used that cowbell to get the advantage behind the back of the referee. What have we seen?
Yeah, I can't believe that we're witnessing this.
I mean, not just a title change, but perhaps Tony James proven all of the doubters wrong.
This is absolutely unbelievable.
And I thought we could hear a pin drop earlier in the PWA Arena. This is almost a funeral-like atmosphere.
Wow. Fans, we've got a new champion. He is the Outlaw Tony James.
Yeah, don't close the book on 2018 yet, fans. Don't forget about the main event next week, but hopefully we'll have some more in the aftermath of this match next week as well. Fans in shock, us broadcasters are definitely in shock, to say nothing of Randy. We've got a new champion, and only the second Triple Crown champion in the history of the PWA. Outlaw Tony James.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much going to wrap us up for this edition of PWA. Thank you for joining us. For Aaron Hurd, I am 2K. Good night, everyone.
Do not miss next week, fans. Be here no matter what. Fans, talk about major headlines. Outlaw Tony James captures the PWA Heavyweight Championship, perhaps improbably in the minds of some fans, and took quite a few shortcuts to get the job done. We'll have to leave that story for our next episode. Nonetheless, Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, no longer the heavyweight champion. Very disappointed fans at that result, but a very excited Outlaw Tony James. Just make sure that you stay up to date with PWAOhio.com for the latest news and information on this story and everything else happening in the PWA. And make sure you come back next week where we'll have another huge main event to bring to you. But today we are leaving you with a new heavyweight champion in the PWA, none other than the Outlaw Tony James.